What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me. It is Brian here with Fixed Area Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Welcome to your weekly horoscope for the weekend of July 18th and the 19th of 2020. Boom. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope, as always, hope you're doing well. Love you guys very much, and I appreciate you watching. If it's your first time to the channel, please do hit the subscribe, hit the like button, comment, hit me up on social media at Fixed Area Moon everywhere. I truly do appreciate you just for following and listening to what I have to say astrologically. It means a lot to me. So we'll jump right into the horoscope today for Saturday, July 18th. The sun is at 26 degrees of Cancer. We are getting very close. We have the new moon on Monday, which is going to be opposing Saturn. So definitely this big preparation as the moon here moves into Cancer. And again, emotions and the foundation within yourself become the spotlight. And we are in the dark moon, the balsamic phase of the moon now. As the moon did cross over the North Node Rahu early this morning too. So this is a time where we gotta emotionally be ready to go towards our truth and towards our destiny and not get too stuck, but there's obstacles in the way. You know, the moon is going to be with Mercury today at these early degrees at 7, but it's going to be making big squares throughout the day to Chiron, Mars, even Lilith in Aries. So this is a lot of pressure to take action on your emotions and we don't want to get stuck right now. Like, it can get sticky in our emotions, but this is ego check stuff where you gotta be emotionally willing to start something new within yourself and just see another side of something. And it's heavy stuff. And we did, I eluded in a very like Neptune square the moon kind of way. I totally alluded to that on my horoscope yesterday, but the moon did come off a square to Neptune, which again is like bringing like emotional illusions to the picture. And in the mutable, it's like, because it was in Gemini, that was definitely trying to get us to change, trying to get us to see something, but it was forcing it. So like there was something there. There were things yesterday that were kind of like put in front of you as a test, and it was like a test with Rahu too, with the North Node as we came into that. So definitely today is about stepping into your emotional truth, being it, living it, being love, being light. But more importantly, just being comfortable within yourself. We do have a lot of identity stuff here with Mars charging forward in Aries, the warrior. This can be, and then it came off Chiron a couple days ago. So like we're still putting like wounded ego out there, and we're charging forward with it and getting stuck in those in that. And today's a day where that can really be apparent in the world, where people are going to start projecting their emotions onto people, and a lot of that comes with the square with Mercury being in that square too, where people are going to be like bringing their emotions out, and the square is going to force it out of everybody. When I say everybody, I don't necessarily mean everybody, but you're going to notice throughout the day that that's kind of a theme, is that today is going to be one of those things where it's going to feel like you got to take action for what makes you really feel good. And you could be forced to do a bunch of other things along the path. And, the goal is to not project the negative emotions onto people. And if you get projected on, well, the best thing to do is to understand that we're all going through this, and to not take things personally, and to let them go through their identity healing and just accept it and move on. I know that's hard these days. Everybody wants to take things so personal, but there's something about astrology that's very hermetic, right? Mercury is the traditional ruler, and Mercury sees both sides of things. Mercury takes emotion out of it and is just the messenger. Sometimes we just have to be more hermetic and be more mercurial about things and leave emotion out, because often you can't bring the truth if you're just stuck in your own emotion. We have to learn to detach from that. And I think that's where Aquarius really plays a good part is because, yes, Aquarius can be super connected, but they can also disconnect. And sometimes we got to channel that energy within ourselves, especially as we get close to Leo season, which is in opposition to Aquarius. Sometimes we have to disconnect from what we don't believe in and just let things play out. And I think that's kind of the message for today, is let things just play out, and don't, try not to get too worked up in your emotional body and your ego. We just got to roll. We just got to roll today. It's a hard day. Venus is still making the Ceci quadrant to Saturn, and then the moon's going to start making quincunxes too to all of this energy. So it's a heavy day where definitely have to step out and just like disconnect from what doesn't bring you any purpose and what doesn't serve you, because there's no point in projecting all of your emotion onto someone else, whether it be in person, online. Like, if you need to get it out, but you can't always expect people to feel the same way as you, and then if they don't, you can't get more upset. Otherwise, you're just like getting this gut check, which is these squares. So the moon's going through it today. Mercury is going to be part of that, and yeah, came over Rahu. That's an uncomfortable place for the moon. So we kind of started off the day in like this, gotta take this leap and go towards our destiny, but yet we're like looking at the south node from there, and it's beliefs and religions and pretty much everything you've been programmed to believe your entire life. And now we have to step out of that box and be curious to go towards a new world and a new light. And that can be difficult, especially when we don't have the moon in the sky, because like I said, dark moon. So it's definitely a time where you gotta bring the light from within yourself. And sometimes disconnecting emotionally can really take you to the next step, because you got to be strong enough in your emotions to still see the truth in life. So we'll jump into Sunday, July 19th, 2020. Got the sun at 27 degrees, just 1 degree away. This is really building up with Saturn on Sunday. Definitely things are heating up in the opposition, getting ready for that new moon. We do have the moon that's going to be making its its trine to Neptune right before. So Sunday is like definitely a day to go deep in your emotional intuition, but it's more so, it's not like the emotions you project out. That's more when the moon's on top of Mercury in Cancer. This is more about what's really within you and what you're tuning into and where that message is coming from. And this is it. Like, this is big stuff. Jupiter here at 21 making the sextile too. Whoops. So definitely a lot of good aspects to Neptune on Sunday. Gotta listen to that. Like, Neptune is like trying to give you the downloads right now and trying to get you connected to spirit in a really positive, really beautiful way, to move forward and like go through this transformation that we're all going through. So Sunday is kind of like that day to just trust, because you did go through a lot of squares. It's going to be squaring Mars pretty much Saturday night, through Sunday morning, after coming off the squares to Chiron. So it's definitely still like forced. There's this like forceful feeling, but we are also getting a nice sextile to Uranus on Sunday, Sunday morning, Saturday evening, early, late. So again, we're getting like really good hits from these higher octaves from the Uranus, which is trying to take you to that next place, physically and emotionally and intuitively. And same with with Neptune down here, trying to like make you like tune into that subtle stuff and like the real beauty of life without falling into the deception of the media and the way the world is right now. So again, it's in the dark moon phase, so we're coming up on the new moon, second one in Cancer, and it's definitely a big deal to see the emotions, to deal with the emotions, but to try to still see the truth. Remember, the North Node is in Gemini with Venus. Venus is moving forward, picking up pace here at 14 degrees this weekend, really starting to like run away from Mars, which are still making a little sextile. They're only 2 degrees apart, so it's still there. But they're never going to hit exact, so this is going to kind of break away, and it's going to kind of be anticlimactic in a way where the masculine and the feminine come together between our identity and being curious about the truth, but we have to go towards the truth and like not resist it, and we're getting the downloads. It's just a matter of how we want to project that. And yeah, I think, go a long way this weekend by not lashing out on others, not letting, if people lash out on you for whatever reason, just as hard as it can be, just let it go. Like, don't take it personal. Like, that's the thing, is everybody's going through these crazy transits right now in one way or another, especially if you have cardinal placements on your birth chart. You're getting hit very, very extremely heavy with these eclipses, all these transits going on right now with all this cardinal energy. So sometimes we get a little selfish and we think that like everything's, happening to us, and we get in that, but really we're all going through something right now. So the more we can be understanding that everybody's going through a crazy time in 2020, especially, with the way things are going. California's getting locked down again. Masks everywhere. The more we can just kind of play by the rules with Saturn in Capricorn, the more we can kind of just play by the rules and go with the flow, which is difficult sometimes, but the more we can go with the flow, it can take us really far. Especially right now, it's just like we got to go and get things done for our emotions, for our identity, for where we want to go in life with all this cardinal energy, but we can't force it. Like, it's just got to go and be in flow. And the less you get triggered, and the more in flow you are, which can trigger people. So take it for what you want. But anyways, it's definitely a heavy weekend with a lot of energy. And it's trying to force us into going towards our destiny. And if we can do that, I think it could be pretty smooth, could go pretty well. And if you fight it, it can be one of those things where, you feel like you're fighting a losing battle, because it's a lot. So definitely could get some weird stuff in the news this weekend popping off. Like, this is a weird time. Comet in the sky, new moon opposed Saturn. That energy's building up very heavily on Sunday. And then Monday morning, we get the new moon. So definitely a big shebang going into Leo season. So big weekend. I hope you guys do well. I hope the energy serves you very well. And, I hope everybody's able to go to their truth. Card for the weekend. Oh, wow. Temperance. Yeah. Got to find that balance. And we got to just be, kind of like, it's like the patience, right? We got to have patience with ourselves and with each other. And with all this cardinal energy, it can be so blunt and come out and like force not having patience on us or on each other. And, we got to be able to step back and see everybody's going through something right now. And it's hard. Like, times are hard right now for people. So the more we can have that patience and that understanding and that temperance and that balance with people, with ourselves, well, the easier all this transition, all this change, and all this transformation is going to be. So, yeah, beautiful card. 2 major arcanas in a row, yesterday and today. Maybe I'll pull one more. Oh, the 2 of Wands. Yeah, we definitely have some choices to make and some actions to, we got to go one way or the other. Rahu crossing the North nodes, kind of giving us that the moon crossing Rahu, the North Node, is definitely like asking us to make some choices for our destiny and to take action. Mars is moving, wants us to go, but we have to be able to make the choice that's going to take us to our path. And yeah, everybody's destiny is a little different, so it's not set in stone. It's not one way or the other. It's a personal thing, and finding the balance could really help you make that choice to go towards your destiny and to take action for what really serves you, and to not focus on maybe things outside yourself so much as what is going on inside yourself. Anyways, that is the horoscope for the weekend. I love you all very much. Thank you for joining me as always, and I will see you guys very soon. And we'll get the weekly sun signs up Sunday or Monday. Love you all very much. Take care.